Non-duality is the step of opening into non-dual realization. So that is deeper because it is beyond duality of energies. So you see, from the interaction with energies into the emptiness of our being, and in certain maturity and depth, we come to have enough alertness and awareness to see the polarities of the energies. So here this means that of course most and all energies, they have a polarity, and that polarity is a dual energy. So we can function from likes and dislikes. I'm sure everyone enjoys to be more in joyful experiences rather than sadness and pain and grief. But in non-duality realization, you come to see both sides of the same coin. Thus, there becomes a certain okayness with all that arises in the present moment, all that arises in the now. And that is a certain transcendence. It doesn't mean you will freeze in a particular moment and nothing will be felt or touched, but thus there is a certain abidance in your beingness that has a certain awareness of these polarities of energies, and you becoming more and more okay with whatever is. So you see, life will present itself anyways, as it does. Life will not stop. In any way, it will not stop. Though your way of interacting or even taking on the life experiences will drastically change according to your level of consciousness. So in non-duality realization, here is where you will have processed a lot of polar energies. The good and the bad is yin and yang, the masculine, feminine. And as you process both sides of the coin, it can be experienced like a neutralization, a completion of these two aspects, of these two opposing energies, which are actually one stream of the same kind. And as you work through these dual energies, you start transcending them. And as you transcend duality, more and more you will abide in the beingness. Or else you could also see it as the I amness, this very simplistic way of being, which is simply this I am. I am because I am. You are in your beingness for the sake of the beingness itself. That is how much more directness will become present. And also, non-duality is even lighter and more expanded than presence, because there is more depth and there is more depth and more maturity in the beingness. So you actually feel lighter and lighter. And of course, here it's since the soul fully descends through presence consciousness into non-duality and beyond. Here is where there can be a lot of heaviest, you could say, karmic ties from a soul level that will be processed and transcended as well. So, there will be a feeling that like no one is here anymore. It's just this present nothingness, but that nothingness is alive. It's an aliveness, alive nothingness. So also to kind of attune with that, because it's not empty, and it is empty of absence of these interacting energies, but it's alive emptiness. So it's very much alive. And this realization of no person and no particular position, only the being in the present alertness, or in this present space of nothingness. And of course, this is possible for everyone, and although it might seem to be maybe a bit more advanced in a way, but it really depends on a certain readiness, I guess, and a certain trust even to that unknownness, and the willingness to disengage from energies. And that usually there are very effective practices that supports anyone to shift to the presence consciousness. But of course, there's a certain value as well to all the levels of consciousness too. Of course, some people can jump quite drastically, but still, if there is a big jump, many times you would have to revise the steps that you have skipped. Okay, so mainly my main message to you is, what is really important is to be okay with where you're at, with whom you are, exactly as you are right now. That would be the best and most wisest of approaches to take. Okay, because yes, if there's resistance in the present now, well, exactly those resistances are what they're holding you to maybe know yourself deeper. So really checking in with yourself, and yes, to like literally experience this okayness, being okay with where you are and who you are, exactly as you are.